Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. We got a video today from Charles in Charge Podcast Reacts. Smart man refuses to get stuck with the dinner bill. Let's check it out. Felix, drop down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
Was I wrong for how I moved at this girl's birthday dinner? So I get invited via my homegirl to go to this girl's dinner. I don't know her like that. I think I met her once through my homegirl a while ago. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go because you're inviting me. So I go, I get the girl a little gift or whatever. When I pull up, the first thing I realize is, first of all, everybody's on time. And second of all, a lot of people showed up for this girl's birthday dinner. It was over 12 people.
Holy.
Probably over 15. I've never seen this many people at a birthday dinner at a restaurant in my life. As the night's going, you know, people are buying their drinks and things like that. But what I started noticing is people's orders. You know, I'm a very observant person. So I started noticing people's orders. And they was ordering 2 and 3 appetizers, 3 and 4 drinks.
Holy.
The best, biggest T-bone steaks with the gold on it. And this and truffle.
They got on with the gold flakes too? Holy.
Fries and this and this. Everybody was doing their thing. So something, I don't know what it was, at some point of the night after, you know, people was, you know, finishing up their plates and ordering their last drinks and stuff like that, I had to go to the bathroom, but something hit me on my way to the bathroom, like, you know, just stop and pay for your meal. Just stop by the bar, pay for your meal, tip out, do that. Mm-hmm. That's what I did. So by the time I go to the bathroom, pay for my bill, tip out and stuff like that, the waiter is coming around to the table wanting to know how we're going to do the bill because the bill can only get split 2 ways. And he made that very clear. The bill can only get split 2 ways. So the girl looks down at the other end of the table where we're sitting and she says, oh, well, 2 of the guests, they can put it on their card and everybody can cash app them. And they can deal with the bill because I'm not worried about that. I'm the birthday girl. I heard it, but everybody around at the table act like they didn't. And I was completely not worried because, again, my bill is paid for, tipped and everything. I'm just kind of waiting on my homegirl.
I can already envision how this situation is going down. Bill comes to the table. Everybody acts like they Ray Charles.
So after time has gone past, nobody's putting up the card. Nobody is.
See, I don't know. I've never experienced this. When I go out, and we go with big parties and stuff, everybody knows they're going to be pitching in. I will take care of it because I want the miles points on my credit card, and I will get Zelled by everybody. And it's never been an issue for us, even if we've gotten like 10, 12 people deep. This is more of a thing I've never really dealt with personally, but I can understand if this shit was happening, I probably would get tricked because I'm not that observant to see where he's going at.
Nobody even touched the check, right? So finally, a dude that was there, he opened it being funny, and it was over $3,500. That's how much the bill was. It was over $3,500. When he said that, I just busted out laughing. I don't know why I find it to be so funny. I think it's because I knew it was about to be a shit show. So the person comes back around and notices that nobody's touching the bill, and it's like, hey, what are we doing about the bill? So she looks down towards our end again, which I don't know why she kept looking down towards our end. So finally, she's like, all right, well, who's going to put down on the bill? So I don't say.
All right. Does this motherfucker have French black tips on his fucking nails? Like, he literally has French black tips, is he not? Or am I tripping out? Or is there some kind of medical condition that I'm not noticing? Because that's tripping me out. I don't know if everybody else notices it. I'm going to move my camera and we'll just see. So you guys can see. Like, oops, wrong camera right here. All right, you guys can watch the rest. Let's see.
Say nothing. My homegirl, she don't say nothing. And then so finally, another girl in the group was like, well, my homegirl, well, can we put it on your card and, you know, everybody just pay you back? My homegirl, she say no. Like, no, I'm not really comfortable with that. So things are starting to get heated now. There's a back and forth going between the restaurant, who's going to be paying, things like that. A lot of people are getting frustrated. Things are getting heated. So what do?
You bone out.
I'm going to excuse myself. Because first of all, I'm not about to be sitting in a food restaurant public setting and embarrass myself because y'all don't have y'all shit together, right? I don't do that. I don't play that. My shit is already taken care of. My bill is taken care of, tipped out, tipped beautifully. My bill came up to $100, and I'll never forget, it was $115 without tip, right?
Decent
So I
meal.
was like, I'm gonna excuse myself. Get up, leave, call the Uber and all. My homegirl, because this is her friend, so she's staying trying to figure things out and stuff like that, arguing things like that with people. I'm not doing that, so I excuse myself and I leave because y'all need to figure this out. As I'm getting up to leave, well, what are you doing? Well, how are you leaving? You need to help pay for this bill, things like that. The waiter, before I could even say that, the waiter's like, his bill's already taken care of. He took, he paid his bill and tipped out almost 45 minutes ago. Everybody's shocked, looking like I'm hitting the door by now.
He said everybody was. He said everybody was shocked. He was like, I can't believe he paid his bill and didn't consult us. So listen, I'm not even mad at him.
I can't be mad at him.
I'm gone. I'm out. I get by the time I get home, about an hour I would say later, I get a long text message from my homegirl. I think that it was real rude what you did at my homegirl's birthday dinner.
Oh my God. Really? The sisterhood still comes in and handles this the same way the sisterhood almost always handles everything? It's the man's fault? Oh God.
I don't know where that type of etiquette came from. Da, 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 da. I texted her back a simple IDC.
I think he handled that about as well as you could. Listen, I'm the type, I don't blame him for what he did. I'm the type, I would have did the same thing. Matter of fact, listen, I don't do big bills. I don't have a problem going out with people who I know.
Yeah.
And we know each other. We're good friends. I've done it plenty of times. Couples dinners with groups of 2, 4, 6, 3 couples going out to dinner. And we just split it, down the middle 3 ways. But I know these people. We hang out. We do this often. I'm not doing that with a bunch of strangers because people act real funny when they go out to dinner, especially when they know they don't have any money. Sometimes people act like that's the time for them to be able to ball out because they figure they're going to be able to slide between the cracks and get away with not paying for all of what they ate and what they decided to, rack up when it comes to the bill. I'm the type, if that was me, as soon as I get to that restaurant and I see it's that many people there and the waiter comes by and he's taking my order, I'm telling that waiter, listen, my bill separate. Make sure my bill is separate. I don't care if people at the table overhear me because I don't know them anyway. So who cares? I'm not going to see y'all after this probably. That or I'm bringing cash and that solves all the problems because now you don't got to worry about.
Yep, Charles is right. Asians, I always have cash. I always have at least a couple $100 cash for shit like this. And again, I like Asian things, and Asian restaurants and Asian little dessert places tend to only want cash. So
them running your card and getting charged more than what you're supposed to get charged. All right, guys, with this situation, let's go ahead and check out some of the comments, see what they had to say across social media. First commenter says, your homegirl bought you to pay the bill. It's kind of the vibes I was getting a little bit too.
Somewhat, yeah.
The friend might have been a little bit upset.
Well, for her to be upset at the end of it and saying that he was like wrong to do that, yes, I agree.
Too, about the fact that he didn't, pay her bill and cash her out also. Another commenter says, I never understood how people could go out to eat so big and comfortably with empty pockets. Yeah. Out there having a good old time and no money in their pocket at all, at least not enough where you stressing about figuring out how you're going to pay for a bill on a dinner. Another comment says they really be dolled up in these restaurants, snapping pics in front of the grass wall with no money. And the last commenter says, I would have been mad that you didn't pull me with you so we both could have paid at the bar and been gone. And what do you guys think? Do you think he could have at least pulled his friend to the side and let it be known that he was paying his bill at the bar?
No, I think because it was her friend. I don't think it was like wrong for him to do that because it was her friend's birthday. She should be helping paying for the bill, right? They're friends.
As far as situation goes, but he actually put a part 2 out explaining why he didn't even do that. Ooh. So check it out.
Okay. I can accept this point of view. I can understand how you could feel this way, but let me add a little bit of context to this situation. To begin, anybody that knows me enough that we're going out and hanging out knows that I'm really zero tolerance for any type of BS. That's to begin with. Like, anybody knows that Storm will remove himself out of any situation that is unbecoming. You're sitting at this table arguing and getting into it with these people at this nice, fancy restaurant.
It's definitely nice and fancy if they have gold flakes, and his bill alone was $115. That's a pretty fancy restaurant.
She knew that I was gonna leave. She knows that I don't play that. She knows that, and that's why she wasn't mad that I left. She specifically was not mad that I left. She was mad that I did not contribute to the big bill. That's
So
why
she
she
did
was
bring
mad.
you for it.
She sat there and threw her hands up and would made it very crystal clear that she wasn't going to use her card, but in the same breath turned around and was arguing at people about who was going to pay the bill at the table, and not once was saying, oh, I'm going to pay you back, I'll cash app you, let me Zelle you. So my thing is, why are you so worried about who's going to pay this bill, but at the same time you're not reconfirming anything that you're going to pay them back, just like your homegirl. And another thing I want to point out, she wasn't going to leave that dinner regardless, even if I told her that I paid for my bill, which is why I didn't tell her, because this again is her good homegirl. This
That's
is her
what I
best friend.
said.
So she's at the table trying to figure this all out with her homegirl. So I'm like, I'm not the best friend in this situation. I'm just the plus one. I don't know nobody at this table. My homegirl knows everybody at this table. So her dealing with all these people, that's her business.
So should they already know this shit was gonna happen? Because I'm sure this shit happens pretty often with the group because women.
And lastly, we did not fall out because of this. Our relationship, our friendship did not end because of this situation. After like the next day, we kind of like giggled it off, and we kind of agreed to disagree, because to this same day, even after she seen this video, we got on the phone and she was like, Storm, you could have paid more on that bill. And I'm like, girl, what do you mean I could have paid more on the bill?
So she's not even mad that, he paid the bill off on the side and then decided to dip off and leave. She's mad because he didn't want to pay extra, because he didn't feel the need to pay more than what he ate, because he was out with a bunch of people who weren't responsible enough to order what they only had in their pocket.
Woo, that was some good avoidance right there. That man knew what he was doing. Shout outs to Charles for his take on it. I love Charles's take on it. It was a good take. I don't deal with this. I actually have never had to deal with this ever. Maybe it's because I don't go to many parties or many dinners where I don't know the people. So I've gone to big dinners, 12, 10, 15 people, but I knew everybody and everybody was contributing. Everybody just zelled right away, immediately. Boom, 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 boom. I got 10 zells immediately. So it's a little bit different for me, I guess. I've never experienced this. Please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.